What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Make sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Helldivers, my fellow Helldivers, I'm sorry, we're bigoted and fascist, apparently, at least for some players. Let's see, though. I read through just a little bit of this article, and it was hilarious. I had it read to me, actually. I was like, oh, no. Stop right there. I have to cover this in an actual video. So here we have from Polygon, I know. For some Helldivers 2 players, the fascist role play has gone too far. They talk like we're actually soldiers. We are. We are soldiers fighting for freedom and democracy against the automaton and the bug menace. And you're starting to sound like a socialist. Yeah, that's the type of humor and role play that is abundant and very fun in the game. It took Gance the Demon 10 days to be able to play Helldivers 2 again. On February 21st, TikTok user AJ Gaming shared a video featuring Gance killing them in the game. This sequence went viral overnight, garnering 4.8 million views as of this writing. A subsection of the Helldivers 2 community hung up on the politically charged satire theme of the online shooter, labeled the player as a traitor, and began inciting others to shoot on sight. Alongside dozens of TikTok campaigns for a witch hunt, Gance's PlayStation account was temporarily banned after receiving hundreds of reports. Now, I looked up, I'm not going to do it because I don't feel like getting claimed here, but I did look up this video, and Gance 100%, not by mistake, team killed AJ right before extraction, which not only lessens the points for the entire map because you don't get full points unless everyone extracts, but any samples that would have been shared equally among them were dropped by AJ, thus further hurting it. So should Gance the Demon, I mean, the name is on point, should they have been doxxed? No. Should they have been reported? Their actual PSN reported? No. Should they have been shot on sight? Yeah, probably. Probably for a while, you dirty, filthy traitor, trying to spread communism and socialism and our glorious, democratic, managed democracy. Anyway, jokes aside, yeah, he fucking team killed them, and he sort of deserved all of the, or at least the original he got. But yeah, no, I do not condone the false, he didn't actually break, I don't think, any PlayStation rules. The last 2 weeks have been surreal. I never thought I would be getting this attention over a team kill inside of a video game. Gance the Demon told Polygon over Discord. It was pretty cool, but at the same time, reading comments of people saying they were going to find out who I was and release my personal information, I thought about just deleting it all. Yeah, no, anyone threatening doxing, that is a bridge too far. Just a mere few weeks after the launch of Helldivers 2, in which thousands of players were forced to wait in a queue due to the servers being at max capacity, which happened again just recently when they released mechs, which are awesome. Gance the Demon was immortalized in the fan lore. According to Gance, however, it was all a misunderstanding. The team kill, or TK for short, was payback for a friend being attacked by 2 random players in a team of 4. Gance then avenged them, which is the clip we've all seen. That's not how the game works, unfortunately. That might have been a revenge for you, but it lessened the overall take of the game. So again, I say the team killing is especially since the original kill probably was a mistake. This one was a targeted one. The Gance situation has since cemented itself as an example of how the in-game theme of fighting a war together, for better or worse, resounding in the community beyond the game itself. After conducting interviews with over 60 players for this article, it's clear that the propaganda of Helldivers 2 inherently encourages people to band together. Yeah, it turns out any scenario where you're dropped into absolute the shit with 3 other people bonds you really quickly. I've never felt more connected to people than after you fire a couple of firefights in space Vietnam. That part is true. And then you add in the fun of the intentionally propagandized satire of the game, much like Starship Troopers. No, we didn't miss the point. Yeah, it's fun to yell for freedom and democracy while killing bugs for the oil they devolve into. That is fun. It is satire. But some are acting in bad faith, spinning the clear satire into an overly serious military roleplay, one that extends beyond acts like consecrating someone as public enemy number 1. Toxicity has become a popular topic around the Helldivers 2 community as of late. Over at the game subreddit, there have been discussions about pursuing or rejecting a certain meta or playstyle. Players told me that these conversations have allegedly led to some players kicking or team killing people who didn't abide by the consensus. The uptick in TKs has also been attributed to Gance, as the user told Polygon. He's seen several copy count. Oh, good. So you team killed and you spread it. Such hostility and is unfounded in terms of game mechanics alone. Some of the people interviewed said they'd seen players embrace the game's emphasis on cooperation and that this attitude has been more prevalent than instances of toxicity. It has been. I've never had a nicer community doing the hug emote before we launch an ICBM, running cover for each other, backing, not getting on the ramp until everyone is ready to go on board, literally sacrificing their character's life to help another. Yeah, it's some great player bases. This is, of course, going to paint anything we like as toxic. This is thanks to multiple factors. All players receive the same rewards upon extraction, correct. And there's a bonus for the number of players who make it out alive from a mission, also correct. So your petty little, oh, I was killing him because you killed someone earlier. Well, you still fucked the team over. Thank you. Moreover, everybody is working towards the same goal. Manage democracy, completing objectives to help liberate planets in an ongoing war, keeping teamwork in mind, especially for higher difficulties where an organized squad can be a decisive factor. It's anything past medium, you need an organized squad. I haven't seen this much love among a community since the Halo 3 days, correct? The game gives everyone a sense of pride of being a piece of a greater puzzle. You see players actively fighting in the world below you, and you get the surge to dive down and help them. Amen. This was supported by Kadrian96, who pointed out the novelty of the narrative around Helldivers 2 being purely player-driven. Yes, as opposed to other live service game events where players' missions results don't impact the story. This makes it feel like if we lose, we are all going to see the consequences in a higher end, which is true, or straight up losing the planet, stratagem bonuses, or different climate conditions on the planet. He said, this echoes the events of Melvalon Creek and the first unsuccessful mission last week. Yeah. Melvalon Creek is a shit show. Space Vietnam. It really is. Anyway, most interviewees pointed at the sense of camaraderie as a bigger uniting force. 11 of them replied to the questions in character, talking about doing their part. It's called a sense of humor. Get one. For the sake of democracy alongside their fellow divers. A couple of Discord profiles were entirely committed to the bit, from display names detailing in-game ranks to profile pictures that say Melvalon Creek veteran. Bro, I'm a Dropner veteran. Trust me, I'm a Mantis. Yeah, I would love if you would show you all the previous campaigns you fought on. The company has been expanding on the game's thematic propaganda since its launch. Yeah, because they're smart, including anything from fan-made posters that gave birth to slogans like Spill Oil to the Super Earth broadcast, a fan-run TikTok account that shares daily updates about the Galactic War. And I'm having so much fun watching the shorts and other TikToks, whatever they're called, of, the Helldivers, the propaganda, all fan-made, very entertaining, doing everything right. It's free. It's free entertainment. It's free entertainment. It's free advertisement. Several interviewees said that these community creations convinced them to purchase the game. Yes, as Tech Rat is feverishly sweating trying to fix his computer, tired of all the TikToks I'm sending him, which still make him want to play the game. Most found its satirical perspective was easy to role play around or create fan-made content that adds to the world building. Others expressed concerns for those players who are taking it to an extreme. Yeah, and I remember one of the first super hard missions I did, and everyone was like, oh, we did it. And I just said, democracy managed. And it was like, yeah, and it is a fun game to do that. Something about Helldivers 2 makes the people taking it too seriously a very big problem. Shut up. They talk like we're actually soldiers. I get role-playing. Hell, I love role-playing, but so many people get into the war aspect that they fail to realize that not everyone cares as much as them. Then don't fucking talk. Turn your mic off. Why you gotta ruin everyone's fun? Go to another team then. She added that there's been an increase in people who are only interested in watching the numbers go up. Baptized as creekers by the community, they tend to spew toxicity against anyone whom they consider to be hurting the war effort by not taking part in major orders. Well, that's true. Part of the hate has recently been redirected toward developer Joel, who has described as Helldivers 2 Dungeon Master in an interview. The community seems to have latched onto a name, and now he's the face of the Galactic War as a whole, which I cannot imagine is good. You are fucking weak. Oh, such weak snowflake ideology. Yeah, Joel is a developer who we all actually like. He's the guy pushing the buttons on what planets get attacked, who has more or less defenses. And as a joke, just like with the algorithm, we talk about it as if it's this big, scary thing. Yeah, is that an actual physics? Like if the Joel Smith or whatever, we don't actually hate. It's the mythical Joel that we talk about in irreverent hate tones. We don't actually hate him. That too is satire. Ridiculous. Players have, by the way, and this is just this Vivi Gaming. So you can guess what their viewpoint is. Players have found other ways to combat the hate. The Super Earth says trans rights Discord server, a queer-led group with 70 current members. That many? I bet you half of that are there for the lulz. Is one of several sub-communities that sprawled outward from the official Helldivers 2 server. The channel hashtag bigot watching collects hundreds of messages and interactions where users in official Helldivers 2 channels, such as the Helldivers official Discord, have insulted members of the Discord using slurs and threatened them via DMs. In screenshots shared with Polygon, these users had explicitly used Yahtzee speech to primarily target trans and furry folk, as well as using images of related paraphernalia such as SS uniforms in their profile pictures. Developer Arrowhead did not respond to Polygon's request for comment. Yeah, I wonder why they didn't respond to your request for comment. The problem here isn't actual bigots. Those are the unfortunate fact of life that can never fully be eradicated. The problem is that Arrowhead's official spaces have made the deliberate decision to silence LGBTQ plus voices under the guise of banning any political discussion. As if people's identities are political. Well, you fucking certainly made them. You made yourself a protected class. As if the game was not created and marketed as a heavy-handed piece of political satire. Right. Political satire, not modern day LGBTQIA plus satire, which isn't even satire. It would have been representation, which ain't what this game is about. When Wendy Wilson, okay, so that's basically what it is. As it stands, interviewees echo the opportunity for players to grief one another is incredibly high with the way friendly fire works. Yeah, and most of the time it's not done, which is why when it is done, as say the dude in the beginning, Gance the Demon, it's super obvious. Most team kills are accidental because we're all throwing down stratagems. Some people rush up on a target when everyone has already thrown grenades, and it's understood. That's why specific, like running up and shooting you in the head, team kills, very obvious to spot, and obviously it got recorded. Yeah, so that's this one. If you took nothing away from this, it's that it's a fun game and they don't like that we're having fun. So my fellow Helldivers, please help me in issuing managed democracy to all these socialists and communists. I think it's much needed, and ignore the real toxicity, which is all these people complaining about us spreading managed democracy. Thank you for staying with me this long. If you have Helldivers, then get at it. I'll see you over there. Avalon Creek's still around. We still need to take them. I know there's some galactic orders for the bugs, but Space Vietnam's going to Space Vietnam. I'll see you out there. And remember, I love the smell of managed democracy in the morning.
Well, bye.